I wanted to talk about, let's talk about, I listened to my friend and brother, Raymond Gray, tonight on Spoon, telling people that a certain lawmaker must be removed because at some point he has insulted the president's wife, or use the script now that this government is new. The government is 3 years, going to 3 years. 2 years has gone. In most countries, we'll be thinking about election a year after. And then I'm thinking, that's free speech, especially for those of us who live here in America. It's something I wouldn't do, but people do. If you look on social media all day, people are calling Donald Trump out of his name. Some people have already called him out, sentenced him that he needs to be institutionalized. His wife picture, her beginning, even as a young person, what she's done is all over social media. But we now people who are revered. So now the story is not that you can say based on the information I have, the land belongs to so and so. I don't see the problem. So our external disorder, you can tell, because we keep bringing in people who have never led themselves. They have never led anything. They are not organized. Their internal self is not organized. So because of that, the whole nation is experiencing what is inside that is spilling over that all of us are experiencing now. I like to talk about this really quickly. This is a school in Liberia. It's supposed to be a school. Right? You hear me talking about school a lot? Y'all listen to this.
For this, they have said that the students were asked to go home. It's not that they were asked to go home for just a day, but the school has permanently closed for this academic year because teachers around the year. They have said that the students were asked to go home. It's not that they were asked to go home for just a day, but the school has permanently closed for this academic year because teachers around the year. They have said that the students were asked to go home. It's not that they were asked to go home for just a day, but the school has permanently closed for this academic year because teachers around the year. They have said that the students were asked to go home. It's not that they were asked to go home for just a day, but the school.
So the school has closed permanently for this academic year because there are no teachers, or the teachers have not been paid. I'm not sure who posted this information. I would like to get with the school, okay? And some people gave me money for that little boy that was hurt. I've been trying to get the parents. I've not been able to get the parents. I can talk to them to see if we can keep the teachers in the school for the rest of the year because school closed soon. School's supposed to be closing soon. Okay. Since Rebecca, hi. Okay. And I'm here, and I'm here thinking. So Rachel Kuhn, the one that the woman just He forced her to be with her. She said no many times. So that's rape. Okay. When in the coffers of the country, Jesus, what did I just see? What did I just see? What did I just see? Okay. Sorry, everyone. Something came across my feed, and by the time I looked, it was gone. What did I just see? All right. So I was talking about the extender disorder. Why is that? People will ask, this is not who we are. That is not a true statement. Where we are is exactly what's coming out. Okay? That's exactly what's coming out. You got a country. You have a country. I just show you schools closing, teachers now on salary. But the speaker has access to our money, can go and get $200,000, $200,000 to go visit our border, Liberia and Lofa border. And we're not asking a question. I listened to what is his name? I listened to Vandela Patrick on the, how you call it? Vandela Patrick, let me say this to you. When you said a budget is a law, so if it's a law, there's nothing you can do about it. That is not a true statement. Law can be amended. And in fact, based on Article 7 and Article 8 of the Constitution, where it says that the people should have maximum feasible participation in the country wealth and its budget, if we have a Supreme Court or a judicial system that knows the roles and responsibility, or that put the country first, they will tell you, looking at the budget, they will tell you it's illegal because it is their job to interpret the law. That's what the court is for. The Supreme Court have that is their jurisdiction. Looking that based on that particular article, they will tell the people who crafted the budget, the president, and those who carry it for approval and say this does not align with our constitution as such, even if they pass it and say it's illegal. It is illegal. So Vandela Patrick, it can be adjusted. The Supreme Court can deem it illegal. The role of the Supreme Court is to interpret the law and to also state when the law does not coincide with the Constitution and call it unlawful, that it does not go into play. So there is room. Me, I'm not a sensationalist. I'm not here to make people hard jump. I'm here to educate so I also can be educated. You know, when Alexander Cummings said 4 years ago that the budget in Liberia, they make it legal, the lawmaker make it legal to steal. Now we hear Musa saying to the people, I don't want to run to be lawmaker anymore because that's just one of me. There are 103 other people. Change will not come because where I sit, I have to convince 40 some more, 50 some more people before they can do anything for the country. So change have to start from the top. Change have to tap on where one man got 5,000 positions to advocate like the president. That's why when I hear Liberian people say, why the person can go run to be lawmaker, why the person can go run to be, and I look at them, do you understand how your nation works? For those of us who teach government, we tell you unitary government is the mother of all dictatorship because it is in disguise. They call it a democracy, but it's not a democracy. When you have a country that you have one man appointing over 5,000 positions, then under those 5,000 people, they hire their own people that he have to have a say-so in it. And when the government is the number one employer, you have a king. You have a king. Now, they go to the cabinet meeting. Gregory Coleman allegedly go to the president and say, Yeka is out of hand. Yeka say this, Yeka say that. We need to remove him. The papa say, yeah, you're removing him. Send for the lawmakers to come back. We'll pay whatever money it is. Okay? They have money to pay off lawmakers. And not only that, for what I'm hearing, blackmailing. They are telling those that they are accused of burning down the Capitol building. And we know they said burn down the Capitol building. If they didn't burn it down, they were natural disaster because the very Gregory Coleman were in charge of that building. We all remember there was a protest the day before, and I will keep repeating myself. And the people who were protesting were beaten and removed, some of them taken to jail. The Liberian government, the Boaka-led government, Jeremiah Kun-led government were in charge of that building. There was no way that any other person outsider would have come and overtake them when they had police present, when they were in control. It means they failed their duty and looking for a scapegoat. And I would say that with my full chest. This is where UP is good at. All of you saw that. When Boaka and his people tried to frame Alexander Cummings, lied on him. And we say the lie now, the finger, and they're talking about their own finger. A man who worked for a multinational company with billions of dollars that he could call, okay? Like, let me tell you a quick story. We are the oldest African immigrant community in Georgia. The organization, the Atlanta Association of Metropolitan Atlanta, was formed in 1976, but before then, it just converted to that. And the organization came together because at the time, most of the children who came here, poor people children or native people children who came to this country on scholarship, because they were not on government payroll, they needed means of networking to be able to survive, change clothes, help each other out. So they created a Liberian Student Association, a student union, and it morphed into what it is today, the EULA, the Liberian Association, and all of that. Okay. And we were writing a grant. Alex Cummings was our board chair, a vice board chair. He was the head of Coca-Cola, and they have a lot of grants. For us to write a grant, we called him. He told us, my name is on this board. That is fine. But you have to follow the process. You got to write the grant like everybody else and follow through the process. My name is on there, that I'm the board and it's legal. They will see that. Then if I need to make call, I'll make call. But for now, you have to go through the proper procedure. That's ethics. That's a man of principle. He could have made one call and say, you know what? We got Coca-Cola get people millions of dollars. Like we were supposed to write a grant to buy our own property. There was a property down here for 300,000 or 250,000, another for 150. He said, okay, let's see if you can manage this particular one. Then we'll take that from there. Then you can write the grant. The moment we heard that money business, like when people were fighting among themselves until it never came to fruition. So you see those who have internal strength and internal peace, and those who have never led themselves before to say to lead themselves. Yeah, you will put people in position of power. We give them all of this, but it does not mean they have ever led anything. Papa Bwaka have been in positions, but he have never led any. I'm saying that. Okay? When he was vice president for 12 years, he said he was a park car. So he led nothing. When he was ministers, he tell you how young he was, the things, but he never led. When they said, don't fire you, he said, don't didn't fire him. It was all political. What we are seeing displaying right in front of us is what we are internally. What we are internally is the reflection of where we are as a nation. That's us. What you see happening on Spoon, what you see happening on Yacindy Show or Second Talk, what you see happening on SKTV, what you see happening on Julia Ja, what you see happening on what do you call it, Truth FM. Okay, these are all who we are as a nation. Our border is crossed in. Why I suggested and support a peaceful recommendation to resolve it, because some of us are also Guinean. If you go across the border in Nimakante, you got Guinea Mano. There are a lot of people who got cussing across the stuff. We cannot afford to go to war. It says, Hannah, we can't. If you go, those of us who got gear inside of us, if you go across Africa, you will find out we got family there. You see, when the colonial power came into being, the imperialists, okay, because before, as African on the continent, we live based on tribe. Those of us who can speak the same languages, the one when we say we go back, when I hear people say at the Tower of Babel, we tie into the Bible, that we all at one point spoke one tribe. We were building, but we wanted to see where God was. So the different tribe came in. So you can tell, Africa is the only continent that crossed all hemispheres. And it went around the equator twice. We are the only one. The northern, the eastern, the southern, the western hemisphere. We are on all of that. You can cross into Southwest Asia out of Africa. You can literally cross into Europe out of Africa. That's how we are. So what all of us are seeing playing before us is us. The turmoil within us is what you see outside. The war within us. I'm speaking big book. Let me bring it down. Our extenders, this, our internal, the war that inside of us that is playing out. Schools are closing. No teachers. Teachers not being paid. We are begging for ambulances. Here we are, Liberia. Ambulances. Okay? We're begging for ambulances. We're begging for fire brigade. We want a fire truck for us to be able to save lives. But guess what? The VP can walk up and take 200,000. Boaka can call you and take $1 million. Called the legislature battle so we can remove a lawmaker because he has to prove a point. Okay, he has to prove a point. Here we are right here. We are getting donation of we have got donation from what? WHO ambulance. Okay, this is what ambulance look like. But guess what? This ambulance right here will end up to somebody's hospital, to a private person hospital. It will end up somewhere that you will not know. You see ambulance, air condition in it. You see all the thing in here. It will have power unit that is plugged in, that you will have even life support if somebody passes out, somebody going out of breath, to hold them together. Okay, we are begging the rest of the world to give us ambulances, but we can buy $1 million worth of cars for lawmakers. We can buy $1 million worth of car for the president. We can, all our people can fly first class almost every month. Okay, this is us. This is us. We have no self-respect. No self-respect. Begging is the order of the day for us. Until I stop. We saw our lawmakers after they have collected the $200,000, they were halfway singing a song. The more they are together, the more money they will chop. The more they are together, the more they're able to manipulate the Liberian people. The more they're together, the more they're able to keep repressing the Liberian people. The more they're together, okay, the better they will suppress our people. All right? And what's really sad is I listen to y'all. The very people that all of us were out here yesterday advocating against CDC, calling them thugs, calling them corrupt. I watch y'all now. I see your screenshot and I take some of them. I see y'all say, some of y'all write, go to court. Go to court. That's what I see y'all writing. Some of y'all say, go to court. The rest of you say y'all will stay long inside. You know, I used to sit here. And like I told Yeke before, and I'm saying it, I told Yeke before, I say, Yeke, when you stand for something, and I understand where Yeke was, it was a rock in between rocks. Okay, it was in a bad position because CDC said we're not letting him off, and they done a lot. Some of us tried to tell CDC we didn't want UP to come back to power because we anticipated this, but they weren't listening. Great, then were playing God. I see him running up and down now. Few months before election, Great decided he would attack the children on LU campus. For how he sent people there to beat up people. July 26th, the LU children got in the street soup to protest. All the children were asking for we have to fix the country. They send their talks. I sent out those pictures. I sent out those videos. And why I hear y'all, but I don't hear y'all. Because I don't hear y'all saying Liberians, we made mistake. I don't hear y'all saying we didn't know better. I'm not hearing y'all saying, listen, Some of what we did, we have to do it again. We'll do it differently. You know why UP did? UP never apologized, really. But people came and say we had opportunity, we squander it. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf came and say, you know what? She failed to unite the country, to make peace. She said, what do you call it? Under her leadership, corruption became vampire. Although the other day she showed up eating her own words and said she don't owe anybody an apologies. Oh, lady, your apologies already going. Nobody give a fake about your apologies. After helping to kill 250,000 people, you will answer for that. For me, I'm not looking for job, so I don't care. I don't buy my tongue for what I say, so you can go take it up. Those of you who want to fit in, who are trying to elevate yourself, for me, coming from Impa, surviving the war. You know, today I was reflecting. I was in Publix and I was reflecting. I was listening to this guy who went to Gaza to volunteer his time. And he said they were paying them $1,800 a day to be there. Then I remember when I volunteered during SEF, when Mexican San Francisco, the first relief group that came to Liberia in 1990. And when they were looking for people to go register people in the barracks, and this was Mabon Point, and nobody in Mabon Point wanted to go to the barracks. And I raised my hand. I remember my mother's face changed. These are people who have threatened to come and kill us. These are people who have killed our friends. These are people who have come from the barracks, surrounded the Greystone compound, over the Masonic temple, and were shooting in Greystone compound. These were the people that were volunteering. As a young person, in my late teens, barely going to my 20s, coming from where I came from. That's why when I hear your Liberian people come and say the person platform don't grow, the person, if I want a growing platform, I will not talk about Liberia, I'll talk about America. I will have millions of people will be following me. I will not talk about Liberia. I will every now and then I'll talk about Liberia, but I will talk about America. I will talk about Nigeria. You know what? Nigeria have so much issue going on. It have over 230 million people. America have over 350 million people. And the world has its eyes on America. That is a market. I've been given an opportunity. Trump government. 2020 during the corona, they reached out to me. They were going to give me all the talking point, build the platform for me, share it, bring the support, make sure I got everything I want and got paid. I chose my voice and I chose my conscience. This weekend, I had a beautiful time hanging out with some of the best minds, Black women that this country can offer. In every playing field, lawmakers, former lawmakers, candidates wanting to be lawmakers, senators, doctors who own their own firm, educators from all walks of life. We had a brunch celebrating one of our former lawmakers. I put a picture on my feed. Some of the best minds, and I'm sitting and somebody turn around and say, Donna, that's my former lawmaker. Has Yacindy agreed to run? And my face just dropped. I pay my dues. So I go back 1990. I call a bunch of gospel and ask her. And my mother face changed. And I look at my mom and I said to her, you know, there are children over there, right? You know, there are women there, right? And the first time that I went to that place, my soul haunted me because I was brought up, grew up in church. And I remember those red writing, that small Bible that said, blessed are those, blessed are this, blessed are this, blessed are that. And Jesus was saying this, the beatitude. And I believe that. I believe that when the story was told, can anything good come from Nazareth? It was something good. out of Memphis, something good out of Nimba, something good out of Liberia. I say I am. And now looking at what was ahead of me, the day we went there, I almost got killed. I was being taken to the beach to be murdered. After I have gone, some of the people were offering me. Y'all remember those days, VCR was like 2,500, 3,500. Now, only big people in Liberia were 40 at the time. Those people busted, those people stole. They were out there. They had it in the barracks. Like if you register more people because they didn't know how many more because there was no food. And I have to tell the people, I am me. Those of you who know me that will know me in the future. People who know me as a child, they will tell you, my mom can say I act like my grandfather. Stern, believe in the things I believe in. Because I have self-respect that is internal. My value is internal. So all the other things that are outside does not move me easily. So we let people who have war within them. Look at somebody like Kuhn, Richard Kuhn. He have never led anything. Even, yeah, they say he used to lecture at the university. The only thing that kept him at bay is because the law in this country is not merciful to black men or to the black people. The things that Trump and his people are getting away with it, no other black person will get away with it in this lifetime or in the last lifetime. All of us know this. We know this. So Richard Kuhn knows when he was in the United States, what he's doing in Liberia, he was going to go to good jail. The government is able to look at the amount of money they spend that they were dividing to remove Funani Kofa. And this is not this government. Taylor, in fact, let's go back. Chelsea, I think that we're doing tournament time. They were going to go take him down from his farm because the president didn't want him. And they failed. You know, there's a writing out there. You guys got to go find out. From Dr. Blighty, a Pan-Africanist that wrote Liberia as she is. It's on my page. Y'all go read it. Liberia got her independence in 1847. 1862. People were already complaining about Liberia, the corruption, how they were in haste to appear rich or to be rich. And the thing is, we didn't redo ourselves. We didn't unlearn the hatred that we brought from America. We didn't unlearn the deception that we brought from America. We did not unlearn the low self-esteem that we brought from America. I'm the one talking. And we did not. So like the two-wing party, that was a very prejudiced party in the United States. Two-wing party was an American party here. Very prejudiced, racist. So how you go to Liberia and get two-wing party? Our Declaration of Independence explained. We were made a separate class. We were taxed without our consent. Every opportunity was closed against us. And I'm going to call this, and I have the video and I'm going to play it. And I heard Jenny, I don't know wherever her last name is, the one that used to be agriculture minister. She tried to make an excuse. There was an interview, a profile of her. And she said, Leopold was a role model. The man who killed over 10 million Black people in their own country. Ali, I'm live. I'll call you back there. I'll call you back. All right. I recorded that YouTube video where she was interviewed. She said, and her argument was, when the people left from here and went to America, which of them went into the inner city asking for inner city kids to talk to them, to how you call it. That was an excuse for the discrimination, the division that were brought home. You know, I had an opportunity a couple of years ago to sit around and listen to Andrew Jackson. Is that his name? Yes. The first Black ambassador. And also, I was in this community when he was really mad at Liberia and said that Liberia was supposed to be a model country for Black Americans who left this country. But we got home and we got too greedy. We got home, we got too close-minded. We got home and we forgot where we came from. And we took everything, the house slave and the field slave mentality, and turned our own brothers and sisters into slaves. And we point the other direction. The external disorder. The external disorder that is being displayed or spilled over in Liberia is what we have internally as people. The so-called natives, the so-called free men of color, or the children or descendants of free men of color, the so-called Congo people, those from the Congo basin that could not go back, that they brought them in, that decided they were alarmed with the free men of color, okay, because they were in the position of power, just like the Mexican in the United States or the Hispanic in the United States, think that they're closer to white people because white people are closer to power. This is where we are. For me, I can tell the difference. So when I hear people turn around yelling, oh, I'm Congo, I'm this and that, I just smile. Not being derogatory, I just smile because I'm informed. I teach American history. I teach world history. Okay, last year I taught all American history. This year I'm teaching war history. Okay. The year before, another world history, European colonization, the place you call Australia, all the different places. This year, Southwest Asia, Southeastern Asia, we're going around India, Vietnam, North and South Korea, all of those places. And somebody will say, what are you saying? I'm saying until we come to terms with ourselves and we fix our broken self internally, we have a long way to go. Because majority of the people that we have elected, they're broken people. Look at Richard Kuhn. Who will see a woman, he likes the woman, he invites the woman over, he follow her up, push her down. She said, no, I'm on my period. He said, you woman, I've been waiting for you for a long time. No, don't touch me. I don't want to do it. Then he grabbed her, to do her. When he finished, he said, now we're boyfriend and girlfriend. You know, 8 years ago, I started on this platform. There's a Liberian engineer in California. His wife was having an affair. And the person she was having an affair with recorded them. And the video made its way to the internet. It's not as rampant it is because a lot of people were not on Facebook like they were phones. The digital system was just coming up. Y'all know that Facebook Live came to focus in 2015, revolutionized upon the Liberian people maybe by 2018, 2019. And I sat out here and I said, we're part of our community. We are the byproduct of the Liberian man mindset and our mothers and our sisters' mindset. When you are in a community, when an old man can grab a little girl by her boots that they just come in and say, and play with her and walk away. You see a man slap a little girl backside and nobody say nothing, people don't get mad. In the other community, when a child is now 11 years old, they say that child marriage to an old man. And they tell you there's a religion. It's not a religion. It is a lesson to molest. These are pedophiles. They are pedophiles. That's what they are. They are men and women who are insecure. A man who knows himself, who respects himself, and know where he wants. He will not be trying to get a little girl who don't even know how to wash under her arm before I would say between her legs. When your people will leave and go up interior, now they're not only doing it to girls, they're doing it to boys. And take your sons, your daughters, and bring them and say they're bringing them to go to school. The next thing, they make them bisexual. Children under age. Listen, I'm an educator. People can decide the private life. That's not what I practice. But to each his own. I know all of us just want to coexist. People want to be left alone to, how you call it? But when you are in a position of power, being in a position of power does not mean you're a minister, does not mean you're a pastor. It simply means you have the upper hand. And you use that to abuse other people, to dehumanize. Hey, John, here's Sis Letty, here's Sis Anna. Okay? So I'm watching here. I'm watching a school. I'm watching a school in the Republic of Liberia closing. Okay? Closing almost at the end of the year for the children who have been there. Oh, wow. Okay? Because there are no teachers, because there are no money. Y'all listen here. I saw this and my heart broke. I know John will say they voted for it. I saw it as an educator. You know, today I came home and I was telling my husband, I said, my kids were nice today. I didn't anticipate it.
It's not that
Listen.
here they have said that the students were asked to go home. It's not that they were asked to go home for just a day, but the school has permanently closed for this academic year because teachers around here they have said that the students were asked to go home. It's not that they were asked to go home for just a day, but the school has permanently closed for this academic year because teachers around here they have said that the students were asked to
It's okay. This person needs to be more clear. The school has closed. Okay. Visit the campus on Wednesday. A review a worrying situation. The once active school environment now appear deserted, with the entire compound turning into what can be described as a ghost campus, overtaken by overgrown grass and neglected. Stay tuned to more. Okay. We need to contact, I need this person who got this school to contact me. Like I said, some people send me the money. I have the money. I'm still holding it for that little boy, trying to get in with the mother have been very difficult. I may have to send the money back to them because I don't want to hold on to people money. It's not mine. All right. Ask for a redirection or redestination for that money to be used for a purpose. As somebody who value education, who really, really value education, it pains me. Okay. It pains me because I wouldn't be where I am today in the United States if they had not opened door for me to acquire some level of education. I wouldn't be where I am. As a native child, as somebody who was born on the banana leaf or behind the house, as somebody who walked by land to go to school, all right, I wouldn't be in the position, I actually in the position that I'm in, I ain't not been for education. Okay. And as Michael X said, education is the passport. Okay. It is the passport to the world, but it belongs to those who are prepared. How do we prepare our country? 14 years of civil war. We came from that. We refused to build K1 through 12, foundational education. We call the Chinese people to build on universities and sub-university, but we don't have the foundation. We don't teach ethics. We have no morals. Those who are supposed to be leading us have no morals. So the storm within is the storm that is coming out. That's how we call it. The external disorder that you see on display is it already is vested inside of us. That's us as a nation. You watch somebody that butt naked. A man who opened over 20,000 children back and took out their heart to eat. And we're not talking about the adults he's killed. We're talking about innocent children that he alone killed and counted and proud of. Now he comes to tell you, because you're the only one that will go to heaven, God has forgiven him. Guess what? God forgave David. But he told David, you will not build my house because you have blood on your hands. Those who destroy cannot lead. We're seeing these people parading. General coming from when it happened during we are time, we were cursing, we were going for we are. The general then coming. Some of them they were distributing food on them to get in the street to do this, to do that. Today it is okay. Like when people come and telling you, you will stay long inside. We're not stay long inside. I live in the US. My children are birthright citizens. You can't send them anywhere. They're building their own lives. They will decide what path to go on. I come here every morning for the last 10 years. From the time I established, I say, focus on Liberia, to speak to the Liberian people. Reported from Liberia, going back and forth to Liberia. But I hear Liberian people. I am so surprised I couldn't grade tonight. It's somebody I hold a very high esteem. I'm sorry. But tonight I grossly disrespect, disagree with him. I really do. To sit and say Yeke need to be removed because he insulted the president's wife and the president because they are old. Old people don't run for position. They are old, they are alive. Send the talk over. Do you know how many people have died? They are old. When when his daughter, Queen Johnson, grabbed a child that was beating a boy who was supposed to be a senior at UMU. And he died from brain hemorrhage. And the other boy that was killed in Lofa County. And his car had killed more than 4 kids. His entourage, his car that can run, killed babies. His wife was sick. They flew her to Ghana. When Ghana medicine was not working, they flew her to Dubai. She was gone for almost 4 months. My people are get gio inside of me, but my own are gio, not tribalistic. Now I see another gio person is doing wrong, then I don't speak. That's not me. I'm not going to lose my humanity for tribe. When I hear Quinn and Grace say tonight that Yeke need to go. Let me send this message to my son. What is young man name? Safoko. I hope you feel better. You and the Oma were supposed to. I will check on you tomorrow. I hope you feel better. Papi Bwaka brought us an antiquated man with a bachelor's degree who have been in government all his life. Can you even survive without government? In 2026, because that friendship, that local government or that Gio government, okay, and that Nima County government. But for the most part, that local government, that Bwaka family government. The very people who spoke yesterday against everything they spoke against, they are today. Everything. To listen to Remy Gray, an educated man in the United States and an educator like me, to sit where we sit right now. You look on Facebook, you see Donald Trump's wife naked picture there, people posting it, making cartoon with her, with Donald Trump. Okay, let me send it to you. I was almost about to leave, Ben. But give me 1 second. I will send you the link. And I'm just going to give you the moment to talk because I will not. Hold on. Here's the link. I'm going to put the link down here. You can click on it. Or I will send in your inbox. Okay. Yes. So Rachel Kuhn and his friends they took 200,000. They're going to spend another $1 million. Okay. They will spend another $1 million to try to convince everybody. All right. Try to convince everybody or the government official for them to remove Yeke. Then after they remove Yeke, God forbid they will not remove Yeke. After that one pay, then let's just say if they did, then they will they will pay maybe $1 million more, $1 million more to have what do you call it? To have elections. Okay, because that's what Bwaka thinks he wants. Imagine that. Imagine that. Here. All right, let me see if I can put it here. Okay. That's what they're going to do. But you don't have money to pay for teachers. You don't have money to build new schools, to build elementary school. You don't have money to make sure Liberian children stay in school. You don't have money to even have transportation for them to go to school. No, you don't. Then you can come on. You don't. Now you're trying to blackmail the people saying at the Capitol, if you remove Yeke, we'll drop the case. We already know you have no case. You're trying to frame the people. How are you going to lead a nation that has suffered so much, with so much trauma? The kids are graduating from school, 2,000, 3,000. almost every 2 months or 3 months, no jobs. Hey, Jack, how are you?
Hey, Maya, what's up?
I'm good. I'm good. Where's your thought? I'm gonna listen to you. Then we're gonna go because my time here is over.
Yeah, I know you were there for a while, so you're
Yeah.
about to go. I just came in and I just want to say thank you for
Mhm.
being very consistent
Thank
about what
you.
you do. Very, very consistent. And you have the mindset of you understand what you're doing and you pursue it. You do it whether people like it or not, you keep doing it.
Thank you.
Concerning our country is a, and I want every one of us to continue to speak about this.
Yes.
Nobody hate Omer Burka as a person,
Nope.
okay? But he came as a change agent.
Correct.
Okay, we thought that George Weah didn't know what to do. George Weah was corrupt, so we all saw him as a change agent. But
Correct.
what baffles me is that he came after all the years in government, seeing all these loopholes and malpractices in government. And with his age, with his wisdom, people expected him to have done better. But he's going even far beyond what Joshua then did.
Yep.
And that's
Mm.
what, and the bad thing is that his people are very intolerant. They don't want
Very.
anybody to tell them anything. They don't want anybody to have an opinion of anything, and then they will come after you. And we don't
Mhm.
need that kind of operation. We don't need that kind of operation. This country has suffered a lot. It
Mhm.
went through a lot. Because you know, he was old enough, and he saw all that happened in our country. Okay, and he should prevent it. He should be the one to even speak against all these things that are happening in our country. But the old man does not care. Okay, so what the country is heading to? I'm hearing that they want to even go and expel or suspend Yeke. What does that
Yep.
mean?
Yep. And guess what? Yeke have not, his district had not received the money that they have allocated for all the other districts that agree with them. They are not giving his. They are not giving Safoko his because they are not falling in line. Okay, and this is where the court's supposed to come to play. All right, even the budget that they made, the budget does not allow with Article 8 and 7. It is the Supreme Court duty to look at it and say this does not align with the Constitution, so this is illegal. This is unconstitutional. They don't even do it.
This thing is very shameful. We complain about the Congo people, and now they are not there. They are not in position, and we are the native people that are in position. What are we?
Yep,
Why are we so messed at this?
we're
What?
incapable of leadership,
The
I
people who are
guess.
leading.
Yep,
What is that?
yep,
Mr. Burka should understand that the country is bigger than him.
yep,
He's going to leave that country. He need to play his role in a very positive way to lead that country. They should not continue to govern in lies and deceit and going after people. It's not fair to our country at all.
yep,
Okay, I'm not a supporter of Yeke, but at this point, what is the reason that you want to impeach Yeke or you want to get him out, suspend him, and expel him? With all the trading issues that we have in the country, with all the issues that are going on in the country, and you're going to
yep,
spend thousands or millions of dollars just to remove one man?
yep. You got a point to prove. You got to go to settle because they say you can talk too much. You can tell their business, so they won't want nobody. So the goal is to run a dictatorship. Is not they're not working for the people. It's not we the people. So when the Liberian government from time to time have refused to educate the population because democracy only flourish when the population is informed, know their rights and responsibility. That's what we say in the United States. By the time you get to 8th grade, you're supposed to understand civic. You're supposed to understand your boundaries. You're supposed to understand how other nations, how the governmental structure, the ideology of them, how they function. But we refuse to educate our people.
You
We
know,
refuse to make education is the most expensive thing in Liberia. That's why we are the way we are. Look at yesterday, Ivanhoe. We signed a contract with them. They're going
mm,
to take all the iron ore out of the country raw.
mm.
The
See that?
problem that just came up to the border, well, Bwaka nephew then were there, digging black sand and carrying on. They know what they've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Burka knows about that border. He knows
So
exactly
he
what is
does.
happening. He knows, but he doesn't want to be honest with the Liberian people.
He
And the
never
old
been
man,
honest, and I'm
yeah,
speaking it.
the old man is very, very bad, and it's very. I mean, honestly, he's a very, very terrible old man. We thought George Weah was terrible,
I
but
told y'all.
this old man is far terrible than George Weah.
I told y'all. I
Okay,
told y'all. That's why I told y'all. When
okay,
they were calling me and telling me, "Oh, y'all do this, you will get this job," I told them, "Nope. I'm the kind of person. If I don't believe it, I don't care how it will benefit me. I will tell you no." And Brother Ben, I will stay with that. I still owe you GBO. I hear maybe I'm going to vacation this weekend, so we can set a date.
yeah, maybe we need to set a date.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to set a date. I'm trying to go out of town, and maybe when I come back, I'll let you know.
Go
But
out
we
of
need
town in it with the airport and their gas business. I mean, I'm going nowhere. Oh. Me and Donald Trump people not doing anything right now. I'm staying in
no,
my
no,
corner.
no,
Yeah.
I'm going to drive. I'm going to drive.
Uh,
That airport nonsense. I'm going to be inside.
okay.
Yeah, I'm going
So
to drive.
I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. Go ahead and finish your talk, and
Yeah,
then we will call
but
it
but
a
I
night.
was just calling to say thank you for being very consistent about what you believe in, that
Thank
you want
you.
our country to be in, and these
Thank you.
collective voices that we have, like
Yes.
that we need to continue to speak about what is happening in our society. We can't just allow these people to just do whatever they want to do. The
Right.
country, the country does not just belong to they alone. Number
Nope.
two, if that country is prosper, it will be a good thing for us as well in the diaspora. If the
Right.
country is not prospering, it will be a very bad thing for us as well. See, every day I wake up, I see a lot of text messages in my inbox. Okay, people inane. Okay, how much? How long can this continue? Okay, so the old man came, and we expected something better to happen. We're not saying that he
No.
should be excellent old man, but we see he should be a different old man from those young boys that we had at Joshua and his group. But
Mm-hmm.
but nothing is changing. Nothing is changing at all. Okay,
Nope.
and then he positioned himself that he should continue to stay in power. Why do you have that guy as an election commissioner?
Exactly.
This
Why?
is the guy that prematurely announced a breaker won the election.
Won the election. That's the same guy. That's the same guy.
That's the same
And
guy.
another Emmett Hammond. I
Yeah.
will talk about Emmett Hammond tomorrow morning.
So I
Yep.
just wanted to come in and say thank you for the hard work. Let's all continue this thing collectively. Let's continue it, and our country deserve better. So thank you very much. When I get back, I will let you know. Okay.
Okay, Brother Ben, thank you so much. And thank you for what you do. You know, when you come on, I come under there to support.
Yeah.
To see what you guys are doing. Most of the time, I have
Yeah.
opposite thought, but that's just me. That's how I see it from my particular prison.
Yeah.
And they say two heads are better than
Yeah.
one. I'm learning from you. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm giving something out. So
Yeah.
we bless God for where we are. We'll continue to advocate for our people. And I
Yeah.
will say, hands of Yeke, that's democracy. He has a voice. We, especially if you're in the United States and you're asking, I have
Yeah.
a little brother that is in South Korea. South
Mhm.
Korea is one of the freest country in the world.
Yeah.
Even free pass democracy than America. You
Mhm.
say yeah, you're telling somebody to remove people. You stuck in that place working
Yeah.
because you can't come to your own country and work. That's what all of us stuck here for. Because no
Yeah.
safety, no justice.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I don't go for that whole idea of removing Yeke. I mean, Yeke is not just somebody that just came out today. Yeke has been around there for a long time.
Thank you.
They spoke for them. Yeke, when
Exactly.
he spoke for them.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's the intolerant I'm talking about. They are very, very intolerant about and opposite view. Yeke
Yes.
was in your camp. You use this Yeke guy against
So
Joshua.
thank
Okay,
you.
and now he's and one thing about Yeke, he has been very consistent. Yeke has been consistent.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
so he came to power and started doing some stuff. That's why Yeke is against him.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Exactly.
they need to leave the guy alone. Let the old man be honest enough. If he's honest enough, let him solve the problem at the border there. Tell us what is the problem, and then solve the problem at the border there. That's what we want. Our people, we don't want our people to live in fear of war and all the kind of stuff like that. Solve the problem. So
Yeah.
thank you very much, man.
Thank you, Brother Ben. God bless
Okay.
you. We'll talk tomorrow or when you get back, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Right.
Thank you
I'm
very
going to
much.
close with this video from them and Yeke when they were praising Yeke. And Yeke is doing the same thing he did yesterday, so nothing really changed.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to close with this. Here we go. Thank you to all of you who joined us tonight. God bless all of you. We look forward to talking tomorrow morning, 10 minutes talk, or Thursday evening. Hopefully, we can.
Are you on school break?
I think tomorrow will be.
Oh, okay.
Not tomorrow. Friday. Friday we're coming on break.
Oh,
Friday.
I see.
Friday will be on break. So I can't wait. That's what I'm waiting for. Oh my God, I am tired. These kids will do you like that. Here we go. Robin, here it is. This is our going away story right here.
Okay? You see a doctor. This man is a clear example of a staunch supporter of the opposition. And think you can focus somebody, okay? You see a doctor.
Damn.
Man is a clear example of that commitment, not individual, but to a country.
Correct.
Everything you can bring what he says about Liberia.
Right.
Yeke would have chosen to dance to the tune of We Are There and be making some money. Enjoying that.
Yeah.
Scared of him. They wanted him to do that. This guy stands firm. You the party brings all your thing your own. Say the TPP break apart. You can't get down for it. You got way in local campaigning. You got what in Basel with they on there. ANC say having something tomorrow, you will be there. As far as you get concerned, it is the rest of the opposition versus we are.
Yeah.
You're not going to say I'll be going to Unity Party team or Liberty Party team. I will not go to the one. When ANC doing something, he will go there. When Liberty Party doing something, he will go there. When UP doing something, he will go there. My respect for Yeke is high, right? Let me say this to you. I said these things to somebody in the past that I was not too involved with this thing. I told them the reason why they have provision for the lawmakers to have chief of staff, special say, why were you calling? Is because even the president needs management. That's why you have a minister of state who is chief of staff to the president. All somebody that Yeke needs is a good office chief of staff.
Wow. So then, you see, now today, they turn against
the same people in power. They're the one in power now, though. Now they're the one in power now. They want Yeke. They're the one in power now. They want.
The one thing change around now. It's so.
They're putting everybody else. Thank you. Tomorrow is work. Good night, everyone.
Thank you, man. Okay, good night.
Thank you.